as already mentioned earlier, episode 3 is all about rallycross. What does that mean in terms of format? Quite simple. We're starting off with 4 heats, 7 drivers each. In those heats, we actually bring teams together, so we will have always 2 drivers of a content creator team and then community teams to fill up the grid. Of those 7 drivers, the top 4, they move on directly to semi-final A or B. The rest is already eliminated, done and dusted, out of the show. In semi-final A and B then, we have 8 starters with the top 4 moving on to the grand final and the rest of the pack moving down to the last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier, as the name obviously suggests already, is the last chance to make it into the grand finale, but only the top 2 move forward. It will be kind of harsh because everyone will be hunting for these positions. Grand final then, 10 drivers on our little Spa rallycross track, so that is a lot of mayhem to be expected. Races are only 5 laps long. That means not a lot of time to make up positions or to brawl your way through all of the grid. I think Jacob is ready, so let's get into the action.
Thank you very much then, Rene, and welcome back everyone. Here we have the first heat of the day. Heat number 1, War Racing Team and Moist Teabag, Hockey Hoshi, Gamer Muscle, Amos Lorito and OC Racing.
So yeah, we got pole position for the first race, Heat 1, and all lights are now on, and we are waiting for the lights out, and here it is. We got a rather good start, and we are at the inside, and because they have pressure on the outside, although I have a little bit of an understeer on the first turn, we have get away pretty cleanly. And because they had a little bit of scrabble in the first turn, we have a little bit of a lead. And well, even more scrabble on the hairpin. So yeah, that contributed to my lead. And it just looks quite huge, the lead here. And because OC Racing has spun on the first lap, the last corner of the first lap. And yeah, this even contributed more to my lead.
Fantastic job for now, but in a bit of trouble around the long left-hander and makes contact with Naga.
No!
Really lucky I haven't been challenged the first race, but well, although I have finished pretty strong, it's not the full story. As you can see, Amos Larito here, the biggest rival of this event of mine. And he has been crashed out from the first corner, before the first corner, but he has already catch up back to 4th at the 3rd lap. So yeah, although my first race looked strong, it didn't tell anything about the whole story. And yeah, here we are, the second race. Here's the qualifying. You can see we are all coming up from the pit lane. In this semi-final, we have James West, Dan Amos Larito, Dan Suzuki, Jardier, Slaptrain, me, Thomas Schmitz, and Hockey Hoshi. That's a mouthful. And yeah, this is the qualifying run. I try to get myself some clean air because, well, they might have an accident, so I want to give myself a clean lap as much as possible. So here, and because of the practice before this race, I know Amos Larito is actually a really fast racer, and I've done a 40.8 for my best lap, but it was quickly denied my pole position by Amos Larito with a 40.7.
Now it is time for the first of our semi-final races, as we have 6 of our content creator drivers in this one. Amos Lorito will lead the way, Dan Suzuki, Jardier, James West, Hockey Hoshi and Slaptrain all going to be involved.
So second position for my semi-final race, but well, as you can see, the participants here is really strong. Let's see. We have Jardier here, then Suzuki, next to him at 3rd place, Amos Larito, the pole position man, and Slaptrain, who invited me to this race. And it was lights out and away we go. We had a decent start, but Dan Suzuki had an even better start. Jardier had given space, trying to step on the gas, trying to catch up to Dan Suzuki, but I have to do evading action, just trying to avoid crashing into him. So up into Radion we go. Jardier is already in front of me. Dan Suzuki had a really early break. I panicked and dashed into the inside, and Dan Suzuki had just rammed into Amos Larito at the hairpin. So yeah, Amos Larito has ran wide, and I just get the chance to come in the inside and got my lead here. And down the hill, I was leading the pack with Dan Suzuki and Amos Larito side by side into the downhill section. And yes, and you see Thomas Schmidt, who has made a mistake, slammed into the wall at our left side. And yeah, unluckily he hadn't taken anyone out because that was scary. Yeah, you can already see at the back mirror. Almost Lorito is already back on my tail, doing everything he can to try and get the lead of the race. Yeah, and because of his immense pressure, I have made quite a lot of small mistakes at the first few laps, but eventually I get comfortable. And well, this is probably my toughest race this year, not gonna lie. And yeah, we're already at the second lap. It's a very short lap, and you can see Almost Lorito trying to find the outside because I'm trying to hug the inside.
Though, challenging for the race lead, Calvin up ahead of him. You can see the concentration intense.
And this is third lap, almost really trying to do something by sticking his nose right at my engine and up into Radion. He goes into the outside trying to do something, but I hug the inside, still hugging the inside because that's the fastest line I find. And yeah, he's still trying to do something at the third lap. The last corner of the third lap, we go side by side into the fourth lap. And because I have the outside, I can do a little bit faster into the corner.
Still challenging for the race lead with Calvin as they cross the start-finish line onto the final lap. Calvin just about holding him off.
Just holding me off, yes, as like you say, Rene. And yeah, I have to do anything I can, trying to hold him off, and as well as pushing him the hardest as I can. And you can see Gamer Muscle here trying to take out Jardier. And this is the last lap, and you can see almost trying to do something by doing the switchback, and I have left a little bit too much space on the inside, trying to crawl back in, force Almost Lorito to slow down, and we have forced him into a little bit of understeer when I have lead the semi-final 8. And with Dan Suzuki and Jardier finishing, they will be going to the finals as well. So here we are at the finals, so we are not doing as well as our semi-final and Heat 1. But well, we are sitting in third, still at the front row. We have to get a good start, and here we are. We did get a good start. We are trying to get in front of Almost Lorito at the first corner, but well, things didn't go well. We've been hit by, I don't know who caused it, but well, almost the whole grid got involved. So yeah, here's the replay. Into the first corner, we're side by side with Almost Lorito. We have Rene at our outside and right behind us. And you can see Shaq did not brake enough and hit Bo Dixon. And just clipped Ray's front end. And because of that, his car pointed at me and gone straight into me.
5 laps long. That means not a lot of time to make up positions or to brawl your way through all of the grid. That means not a lot of time to make up positions or to brawl your way through all of the grid. That means not a lot of time.
And yeah, only 5 laps remaining, and we have got screwed at the first lap, so we only have 4 laps to catch up. So I had to do anything I can just to catch up. And yeah, I'm trying all my best I can, well, get in front of Rene because, well, I know I am faster than him with the qualifying times and all the heats and semifinals, but well, I can't risk any moves just to end my race even earlier. And well, at the second lap after the hairpin, we have been catching up back to the pack. And yeah, Ray, I see Rene just did a very nice switchback into Ray and got in front of him, and Ray hit Rene in the last corner, so I find myself having some room in the inside. And well, god damn it. No! Yeah, it didn't go well. We have just made a little bit of contact, and my car just gets sucked into the barrier, and I had to go into the pits, and there goes my race. And if you want to know how the race ends, well, you can go check Overtake's channel. They have the full race up like 2 weeks ago, so you've probably watched it already. But here's my perspective of this race, and thank you for watching. Hopefully there's another chance you will stumble upon this channel. So yeah, until then, bye bye.